A military unit in Madagascar says it's taking control of the armed forces, and it comes as dozens of soldiers have joined protests calling on President Andry Rajoelina to resign. These were the scenes in the capital, Antananarivo, where police engaged protesters. The president's office says an attempt to forcibly seize power by sections of the military is now underway. The rebel soldiers have called on the people of Madagascar to support them.
From now on, all orders of the Malagasy army, whether land, air, or the navy, will originate from CAPSAT headquarters. Furthermore, we invite the Malagasy people and all of those in the general staff to work together to protect the people and the property for the good of all and for the homeland.
Farmer Miller reports from Madagascar's capital, Antananarivo.
This is Independence Square in Antananarivo in Madagascar, where there have been a number of protests in recent weeks. People here demanding the resignation of the President Andry Rajoelina. They say they consider the developments until now a victory. They say that they're preparing for the President to leave office, and that's after the President of the Senate was pushed out. Because of his relationship with Rajoelina, they say Rajoelina's departure from office is imminent and that his government is falling apart.
We are sure that our victory is already here. The president will not be our president anymore after a few moments. We just give him one day to take decision to leave.
These protests began about 2 weeks ago because of ongoing electricity and water cuts. These shortages led to growing frustration amongst tens of thousands of people who wanted this fixed. It's since escalated into anti-government protests, and people here are demanding that the president leave office. Now, he has responded by saying that if these issues are not fixed within a year, he will quit. But people here say that's simply not enough. Famida Miller, Al Jazeera, Antananarivo, Madagascar.
Luke Freeman is a Madagascar expert at University College London. He explains what's likely to happen next.
This intervention yesterday, which we've just heard about, where an elite corps of the army came in support of the youth protesters, basically dissipated the gendarmes, the military police, and allowed the protesters for the first time into the city centre. And that's where they've been gathering yesterday and today and calling once again for President Rajoelina to resign. What happens next is uncertain. There will certainly be some jostling amongst leading political and military figures to lead the transition process. That's clear. As far as the Gen Z protesters who've set this ball rolling are concerned, it may be that their egalitarian structure now plays against them. Because in order to have political penetration, to get a seat at those discussions for setting out the roadmap for Madagascar's future, they're going to probably need to appoint leaders and spokespeople, which is what they've not done before. And they're going from social human rights protests into the murky and dirty world of political negotiations. And for that, you need to be part of a coalition. And that's where they're going to have to fight for their right to still be part of this process.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news, expert insight. Like, share, stay ahead.